you've not given it yet. It means that you have the opportunity, you had the opportunity to make the rice, taste sweet, but because of laziness, you stopped on the way. So even when we do assignments, let's give it our best. So for now, we just want to see your PowerPoints. Teacher will give you permission to share your screens. So what we are going to do, you raise up your hand. We want to see what you're also able to do. Let others also see. Don't worry, we are not marking at this point, but we just want you to show us. So those who have the PowerPoints on their screens, you're going to share. Remember, this is part of learning. This is ICT. How do we use conferencing tools like Zoom as we are doing now? So what you're going to do is simply put up your hand when you have if you have a presentation you want to show us. So you can put up your hand and then we'll pick you. So can you start putting up your hands? Meanwhile, Coach Nash, you are the host. You can.
Yeah, I've allowed.
Enable. Okay, that is good.
I've enabled.
So, girls, if you have a presentation, can you? We want to see what others see. Okay. So Pamela will go first. Thank you so much. Those are the brave guys, huh? Namalwa. Yes, Namalwa. So we are giving each one 3 minutes. 3 minutes, and we move to the next. So you can see the power of Google Classroom. Namalwa is simply picking her work from the Google Classroom.
So I'll start from there. Then it goes to the body changes. I wrote very few. Then
can you speak audibly, please?
Yeah, you're taking us through. You see, as you present, you're taking us through your work. Okay, so you have 3 minutes to comment as you discuss.
Okay, so the body changes. For girls, I wrote only menstrual periods and then growth of breast. Then for the
Please speak to the microphone.
they become more muscular. Then generally they increase in the stretching and they release body odor. Those are the body changes. Then the physical activities done by both. So the girls are netball, volleyball, basketball, gymnastics. Then the boys, rugby, cricket, football, weightlifting, and then physical activities done by both of them. Swimming, fencing, football, badminton, racing, done by both. Then I just wrote on the body parts involved in each of the physical activities, the hands, the legs, knees, the wrist. Then warm up and cool down activities. Warm up activities are activities done to prepare the body for the main workout. That's the definition I managed to get. Then outdoor activities are activities done after an intense workout or activities done to rest the body.
Okay.
Then the
Okay.
warm up to increase the blood and oxygen flow, working muscles, lubricate the joints, prevents muscle soreness, prevents injuries during a
Mr.
workout.
Chebet, we need to be cautious about time, yeah?
Yes. You have some 30 seconds.
These are some of the warm-up activities. There is jogging, then there is stretching, then there is squat exercise, and then there is jumping and reaching the pole, like that's also that. Then there is simple walking drills as an example. And that's the end of my presentation.
Wow, thank you so much. That is a wonderful presentation. Please, can the rest mute
Yeah,
their mic?
before she goes off, before you stop sharing.
Yes, please don't share.
No,
Let me
let
say
me-
you leave it on.
Oh, okay. Let me.
One, I liked the presentation, okay? I like the presentation.
Yeah,
Please
yeah.
go to the title slide, eh? The first slide.
There.
Okay, yeah. What would you comment about your title slide? What do you think? What could you improve on the slide?
Actually, I don't know. For me, I think it looks fine to me.
It needs? I beg your pardon.
Please, you need to speak to the microphone. You're so low.
Teacher, it looks fine to me.
It looks fine, eh? Okay, but I think it is possible to put body conditioning on one line and center it. Eh?
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's
You're
possible. You
just
can make
working on
those
the
adjustments.
PowerPoint.
Yes.
But that's the commendable one. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go to Lena.
Thank
Lena will
you.
come next.
You can stop sharing. Okay.
Lena Iwegi, followed by Birunji. But thank you so much for your presentation. It was good. Yes, Lena. And I love the ICT skills that you guys are learning. You will not be the same. Okay. Somebody's asking, what are we on? Prepare your PowerPoint. Primrose is asking, what are we on? I think you came in late. But what we are doing now is to share the PowerPoints that you prepared. We earlier on showed you how we are marking. So I hope Primrose, you did a PowerPoint presentation, because these are some of the skills that you're supposed to attain. So she seems to be failing to share.
Those who don't have their their streams on the names are going to be thrown out in the next 2 minutes.
So Lena, are we okay?
Yes, teacher.
Are you sharing? Okay. Lena seems to be having a problem.
I see Awadi 4 with her hand up.
Okay, there was Birunji who was coming next.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, Lena. Any problem?
No,
Okay, we
teacher,
can.
I'm saying.
Now, Akisa of 1A is asking me a question. What about those who did not do? What reason do you have for not doing the assignment?
I think those ones have there's a comment in the Google Classroom, including those who handed in late, because when you hand in late, we cannot consider your assignment. You need to manage deadlines, meet deadlines. So, Mr. Chebet, you can choose someone else to come and share as.
Yes, Birunji, can you do it, please? Can you share?
Something which is on the computer.
Okay, teacher.
And
Where is
please
it?
remember that your work remains in the Google Classroom. Okay, Unia will come next. Unia is coming next after Birunji. Lena, sorry, you can mute. So Birunji, the mic is on.
Can you see my screen, teacher?
No.
Not yet. Have you clicked on where it is written share? Okay, it is coming. Good. There we go. It's fine. So you have 1 minute.
Teacher, that's not mine. Teacher, that one isn't mine.
I see. This is Lena. Lena,
I
can
think
we have?
Lena is
Oh, Lena is
presenting.
finally. Okay. Lena, and then you do so. Gladys wants to know, how are you marking our presentations? If you can do it again, teacher, please.
You'll get the details in the Google Classroom.
Yes, we are going to post that marking guide in the Google Classroom. Teacher Nash is going to post it on the Google Classroom and it will be accessible to everybody. Please, Lena, can you have 1 minute? Your presentation is on.
Teacher, this is my, yes. So I did the work on physical activities. In my introduction, I first started with what we learned about. Then I said, as boys and girls grow, they go under different body changes that affect their physical activities. For example, boys grow more muscular, enabling them to carry out more vigorous activities. And girls start their periods, which cause cramps, preventing them from carrying out more physical activities. Then the sports that both boys and girls do are netball, football, swimming, tennis, running, fencing, volleyball, basketball, and cricket. Sports that only girls do, I put netball and volleyball. Then for the sports boys do, I put football, cricket, rugby, and I put a picture of showing boys playing rugby. Then we went to physical activities. The introduction was physical activities use different parts of the body. For example, the legs are used in football, swimming, and running. The arms are used in netball, basketball, cricket, fencing, and tennis. The arms are used in volleyball and swimming. Then the chest is used in football. Then I wrote warm-up activities carried out to prepare the body for vigorous exercises, while cool-down activities are activities carried out to relax the body after vigorous exercises. Warm-up activities have importances like they help prevent muscle soreness, they enhance the body's physical structure. Yeah. Then examples of warm-up activities, there I put lunges, squats, leg swings, like jogging and jumping jacks. Then I also added types of warm-up activities and definitions
Okay.
and examples.
Okay. Okay. Okay, that is good.
Okay.
So I hope you girls are watching the Olympics happening currently. This will give you an insight on the different activities. So I think Lena, you can stop, and we have Birunji. So you can see that you have to put images on your PowerPoint. I hope you guys learn how to do that. That is very good. That is very important. Okay, let's have Birunji.
Okay. Since is Birunji
Okay.
coming on, or let's
be
have.
there.
Can we have Daniela
Okay.
Sechirai?
Yeah. Daniela, can you please? So after Daniela, we are going to have Namuli Yunia Kabugo. Shall have Namuli Yunia Kabugo. So if she's not ready,
Yeah, we move on to the next.
Sorry, teacher, my screen has refused to share.
oh sorry. Okay. You know, now we need to get used to this. Those are technology hitches that come along. So can we have, okay, Namuli, if you are set, so Birunji, you can wait. So Namuli, you can share your screen.
Teacher, can
Yunia,
you
are
see
you
my
there?
screen?
Yes. Do you mind?
Okay, so
Can you put it in the slideshow mode?
You know how to do that?
okay. Can you see it? Yes. Are you seeing my screen?
We
Yes,
can see the
Sonia, can
screen,
see it.
Okay.
okay,
That's okay. That's
First, I
very
define
wonderful.
body conditioning. Body conditioning combines cardio and resistance work to one energetic beat to work your whole body. Then, body changes that boys and girls experience as they grow that affects physical activities. Boys need to protect their genitals to avoid pain and damage. Girls need to protect their breasts to avoid pain and damage. The physical activities mainly done by boys include rugby and football, and girls netball and tennis. Body parts involved in physical activities, hands, legs, and feet, and so many others. Then I went to warm up and cool down activities. They are some of the key principles of injury prevention, especially when it comes to physical activities. It is therefore very important that before any activity, you first warm up and after cool down. Then I defined a warm-up. A warm-up lubricates the muscles, joints, and other connective tissues in preparation for stretching of muscles. This further reduces cases of injury. Why is it important to warm up? To increase in body and muscle temperature, to increase in blood and oxygen flow to the working muscles, to lubricate the joints, to improve range of motion. How to warm up and when to warm up? By jogging and squats. Yes, that's where it ends.
Okay, thank you very much. That is a good presentation. I like the use of PowerPoint, the way you've designed. So members, you can see that we need to learn how to use PowerPoint, and a good PowerPoint can only come out when you put in time.
Let her go to the first slides, because we need to also look at the color selection is important.
Yes, and also the positioning of your text.
Next, now when you look at that, first that previous slide.
The previous one?
Yes, after coming from the title slide.
Teacher, this one?
No, where you had from the title slide, go to the first slide.
Okay.
Your first slide.
This is my first slide.
That's one. Your first slide.
Yes, done with body conditioning.
This is the one. This is fine. Okay. Yes. Now let's move on to the next slide.
Okay. Teacher, can you see it?
Yeah, we're seeing it. Now move on to the next. But the title, you need to improve. You need to improve the title.
Yes.
Okay. Then move on to the next slide.
Okay.
I like the use of photos, but when you notice, you've moved so fast, but there are photos that enter other photos. That is one thing you need to improve. And even on this one, you notice that pictures tend to cover some words. So you just need to have those improvements in your slides, and make sure the color you select should not contradict the background color, or background color trying to make the words disappear within. There are colors that can absorb the words and may not be in position to see. That is one thing you need to just improve. Okay, thank you for the presentation. Then on the area where I looked at activities done by boys, but the changes in boys and girls, there's something to improve on that. Okay. Thank you. You can now stop sharing.
Thank you. Stop sharing the slide. Let's see who is next here. Awadi 4, you had called Awadi 4?
Yeah, Awadi 4 was on.
Yes, teacher. Teacher, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let me start sharing.
But someone else is sharing.
Who is sharing? This is Sechira. Sechira is the one sharing.
Sechira was supposed to share earlier on.
What before you come after Sechira? Mr. Chebet, help moderate.
Okay, teacher.
Yes, it's okay. So let's have Sechira, please. Go on, put it in presentation mode. Girls, we are learning ICT skills as well. You can see we have been able to teach you PowerPoint.
Okay, Sechira, you look at the bottom, mode. The right hand bottom corner of your screen. Do you see that line? No, don't touch that. Move, follow the color, the line where we have 66%. Move on to the next. Move on to the next icon. No, there is another next icon. Move to your left. No, that icon where you're close to that one. So you click that. No, you've left the icon. Okay, it's okay now.
Yeah, this is the first slide.
Physical education, presentation on body conditioning. The definition of body conditioning. Body conditioning is an exercise that targets your
You're
whole
very
body.
far away from the microphone.
Body conditioning is an exercise that targets your whole body using lots of different muscles to strengthen shape and tone of your whole body. This is the definition. The importance: increases flexibility, improves endurance, increases fitness level. Then the warm-up activities, exercises which lubricate the muscles, joints, and other connective tissues in preparation of stretching of muscles. The importance: they increase blood flow to the muscles. It helps enhance the performance. They prevent occurrence of injuries. Types of warm-up activities that I got: ballistic, static, and dynamic. The examples: squats and skipping. The ones that I had, the warm-up activities. Cool down activities, exercise, easy activities done after intense activities to relax the body. The importance: to cool down. The importance: they help to reduce heart and breathing rates, help to cool body temperature. I never got the types of cool down activities, so I just left the page blank. But I got examples of cool down. There's walking and stretching. Lastly, always hydrate.
Okay. Thank you so much for the presentation. Yes, Ms. Milton.
Yes, thank you for the presentation. Only that I didn't hear you so much. I think next time when you're speaking online, you get close to the microphone. Okay, you get close to the microphone. So
before you leave, can you?
Okay, only that you're typing, you put your text in capital letters. Someone one time
of design I used, it only allowed capital letters. I don't know why it only allowed capital letters.
There is a way you can change it from capital to small letters.
How? Please guide us here.
Okay, so she should stop screen sharing and I'll show you.
Okay.
Your choice of colors and yes.
That was Audrey who wants to share.
Yes.
But how do you see? Well, let's first get the sharing from Awadi 4, then Audrey, you come in.
Okay, teacher.
Yes, Awadi 4.
Okay.
And you girls are doing very well in IT.
Teacher, can you see my screen?
Yes. You can see your phone.
Okay. So this is my presentation for physical education, body conditioning, warm-up and cool-down exercises. And then I wasn't sure when you said you gave us an assignment for the last time. I thought you were talking about our physical exercise experience during the lockdown. I also included that. So I started with body conditioning. I said body conditioning is an exercise that develops well around the full body physical fitness to improve the condition of the body. Then body changes. Body changes that happen to girls and bodies they do. For example, boys become more muscular, thus they can lift weight. Girls develop breasts, which can hurt while doing physical exercises like jumping. Then boys and girls can do any sports. However, the difference is mostly in the intensity of the activities, whereby boys can lift heavier weights, even though in most cases it may not be true. So, activities done mainly by boys include rugby, football, cricket, and basketball. Activities done mainly by girls, netball, gymnastics, high jumps, badminton, and ringette. activities both boys and girls do: athletics, swimming, tennis, and basketball. Then body parts used during physical activities. I said for athletics, the legs and the arm. For tennis, the arm, also the legs. Then for rugby, the chest and the arms, even the legs. Then I also included that the eye is a key organ used in all physical activities. Then how to protect the body during physical activities: warming up and cooling down, stretching gently, choosing the activities wisely, using the right equipment, cross-train, then listening to your body. Then I went to the warm-up and cool-down activities. Warm-up and cool-down activities are key principles of injury prevention during physical activities. Therefore, it is important to warm up before any physical activity and cool down after. Then warm-up exercises. Warm-up exercises are simple exercises that prepare the body for intense activities. Warm-up exercises should be done before any sport activity for at least 10 minutes. It should be started at a slow speed, then gradually. The speed can increase, but not too much. Then when doing specific exercises, it's important to start with general exercises that focus on larger muscles, and then you can move to sport-specific exercises. Then how to warm up. Warm-up exercises are divided into 3 parts. The first is general exercises. These are exercises that focus and consider most parts of the body. Examples include jogging, those are the images, skips, stationary jumps, knee to chest, walking drills, jumping jacks. Then the second type of warm-up exercise is sport-specific exercises. These are exercises that duplicate the exact movement of a certain action of a sport. They are very important before the sports because they develop strength and flexibility in the same range of motion as the actual sport. The exercises depend on the major sports activities done. So I gave examples for football. There's knee to chest. I think the words go to race, I'll insert it up. Then there's leg swings. These are the images. Then for basketball, I put standing hamstring curl, back leg lift, toy shoulder. For athletics, I put squat thrust, jumping jacks, and lunges. For cricket, I put shoulder and arm circles, front kick.
Hanifa here.
You hear me?
It's okay, Antwa, you can go on. I'm going
Yes,
to.
those whose microphones are on, we shall throw you out of the room.
For volleyball, I put leg rise, and jumping jacks, and mountain climb. But then the third part of warm-up exercises are those dynamic stretching exercises. These are active movements where joints and muscles go through a full range of motion. And then I put more information like stretching has to be dynamic and not static so that the muscles get warmed up as the body moves. Dynamic means an energetic change in motion. It is important to stretch before and after sports activities because stretching lengthens the muscles and tendon units, promotes blood circulation to stretched muscles, prevents traumatic muscle injuries, and enhances performance. Rules of stretching include stretching before and after physical activities, stretch alternate muscles, never bounce or stretch rapidly, stretch gently and slowly, breathe slowly and rhythmically throughout the routine, stretch to a point of discomfort and not pain. Then examples of stretches.
Remember the time.
Okay.
Okay.
Time. Can just scroll and we see. Just scroll. Just keep scrolling.
As you scroll.
Then those are cool down activities. Then this is breathing. And lastly, I put my physical exercise experience during the lockdown. That's all.
Wow. Okay.
Thank
This is
you.
I think this is very good. I like the
Mm,
use of pictures. You really picked a lot
yes.
of pictures and used them. I
Then
wish
the
next
use
time
of bullets.
you take your own pictures and you use them. It will be very
Which I
interesting.
tried.
Okay, that is good.
I
Eh,
like the use of bullets and also the way the quantity is presented in a chronological order. Okay, we can we had one person who was supposed to present after word 4.
Teacher,
yeah, one person.
That was Audrey.
I was going to explain someone's point about the letters not being able to change,
Please do so
saying
now.
uppercase. Okay.
Please do so now. Meanwhile, Milton, as she prepares to share, she's preparing to share, don't bring in anyone who is in the waiting room because some have refused to rename their gadgets. Yes, Audrey.
So teacher, I'm going to start with a blank presentation to show you how it works. So as you're going to type, there is a caps lock thing if you're using a computer, but if you leave it on, of course, the letters will remain capital. But the original setting for PowerPoint, if you've just installed it, there is this, the change case button on the ribbon for home. So you're supposed to press it, and then you see sentence case, lowercase, uppercase, capitalize each word, and toggle case. So it's according to what setting it is on. So if you're to choose lowercase, all letters that you type would be lowercase, even if you press caps lock or anything.
Thank you, Audrey.
Yeah. So when you
I hope. Okay, you still go on.
Okay,
You're saying.
So members, you can see those who did not choose the PowerPoint, she has shown you. Audrey is showing you how you go about. So after her showing, I think we shall get into summary because time is running out.
So then if you have any other problems, you just have to search on YouTube. And there's a video that I watched that I learned how to do things like animations and transitions for PowerPoint presentations.
So there is a very good teacher in YouTube.
Yeah.
For all your problems. Thank you. Thank you so much, Audrey, for that. So members, you can see, even for the exercises, we are talking about all the assignments and whatever you want to learn. You can go to YouTube and then you learn all these things. Because the most important thing is you to learn something. Please make sure when you come back to school, you have learned all these other skills that are necessary. So now what we are going to do, we want to summarize. So maybe Nash, we get back to our that marking rubric and we quickly maybe go through and they just see it. But those who some people are asking me that we didn't do the presentation, so what do we do? It had a timeline, so I really
Audrey,
don't
can you
know.
now stop sharing your screen?
Teacher, I already stopped sharing.
Okay.
Yeah, she stopped sharing.
Okay, Milton, there.
Somebody's asking me, teacher, I did the assignment, but I didn't include some things like activities done by girls and boys. Is it possible to redo the assignment?
If first, Mr. Chebet first take us through, then we'll be able to respond to that.
Okay. So girls, we asked you for physical changes for girls around puberty and boys. So you realize that these changes, and the reason why we do this in physical education is because they affect the performance. I've seen girls when they reach high school, they don't want to do some activities, you know, because of these body changes. They shy away. However, we are saying that this body changes, it is part of life, and you need to overcome the you know. So for girls, you realize that your body shape will definitely change at puberty. You're growing, you're becoming mature, and the organisms, when they become mature, their body shape has to change. You grow in height, the bumps start, you know, growing, the breasts grow, they become bigger and more tender. And then your hair will also continue growing. And you'll also realize that there is a lot of vaginal discharge. So that's why we're talking about oral hygiene. If at that stage you're not showering, you're not taking care of yourself, you don't take care of your private parts, I mean, eventually you produce a body odor which is not so nice, and you end up running away. Then we have what you call menstrual periods, which also happen, and sometimes they are irregular. Okay, at that stage. So in that we are giving a maximum of 10 marks. Okay, so you needed to mention so many of this, so because we're giving like 10 marks. Then for boys, the height and muscle growth happen. You realize that even there is a lot of change in body, I'm saying voice. That's why actually boys at teenage level, they have a lot of energy, which is exhibited when they make noise, you know. That's how they moral boost themselves. Okay, and then there is a hair growth in certain parts of the body, like beard starts coming. You have the hair in the armpits. You have hair around the genital area. Then the genital growth takes place. You have things like wet dreams. Somebody's asking, what is a wet dream? You can find more from Google, but wet dreams only happen during puberty. That's when boys start maturing, and it comes with sperm production, you know, what we call ejaculation. So those young boys can make someone pregnant. So don't mess around, you know. Then erections, that is the genital area. Yeah, breasts also slightly, they slightly change. Okay. Then maybe the next slide that you can scroll. Okay.
The next one is now for the activities.
Yes. Now this one here, I'm not going to mention them, all of them, but you realize that there are so many sports. In fact, I've been watching Olympics and with my children, and each time they ask me, hey, Daddy, even this one they are doing, it is also in Olympics, you know. So I mean, there are games which are done by girls. Most incidental, most games which are done by boys. So we wanted you to mention many of them, and you can see we have 20 marks. That means we really wanted you to list as many as you can. So all those games, we shall put this in the Google Classroom for you to see and see which game you did not mention. If there is a game you want to know more, you can even take it to Google and see how it is played. You can go to YouTube and see how it is played. Yes. Let's go to next because time is running. I see some people need to go for prayers. Yes, Birunji is saying I didn't also include the body changes. I don't know why you did not do that. And yet it was, the instructions were very clear. So you can see the activities which are done for warm up. So all these activities, you can do them at home. We do them at school. So for you guys, when we tell you, let's go for our PE lessons, we expect you to lead in our warm up. So we want you to know all these exercises. And when you come to school, we shall pick people at random. Okay. So we are giving, for that one, we are giving 10 marks. Then we are looking also at presentation skills. Presentation skills. We are so keen on how you prepare your PowerPoint. Okay. Is your first slide showing who is presenting, the topic and the name? Then how have you used the images? You saw how some people have used the images. Some images were very tiny that we could not even see. So we want images which are visible. Then the font. I've seen some PowerPoints which have very tiny fonts. You saw now one which had only capital letters. Okay. Then the choice of color. How do you choose the color for your PowerPoint? So make sure that your work is readable. At least font size of 30 and above is okay on any PowerPoint. Okay. So that is how we were awarding the marks. I think the total marks is 74.
Yes.
Yeah, 74 marks. I see some hands are still up. Janet has been putting hand up and down. Kataha, 7, Janet, what is your hand has been up. Can you unmute and ask your question? Please, Janet, ask your question. Daniela. Okay. I thought
someone was asking what equestrians mean. When you need to do research, but we are looking at a sporting activity that is related to horse riding. That's equestrian.
Yes. Okay, Patricia, your hand is up. Patricia, I see your hand is up.
Kataha can unmute. Eh?
Teacher.
Yes.
Yes, speak to the mic.
So, teacher, is there like any moments for people who use their own photos? Like if you did the warm-up activities yourself? Because last time teacher said that it will be better if you do it yourself and like yourself, you take pictures of yourself.
Okay, I will answer that. You see, we give marks for excellence, for someone who has gone an extra mile. So definitely, if you took pictures of yourself showing those exercises like sports, you can get an extra mark for that. That is true.
Patricia Nakato, I think, can also unmute and talk. Nakato. Okay, let's move on. Yes.
Physical activities by only boys and girls. You say that you are forwarding 5 marks.
I didn't hear that. Mr. Chebet, were you able to hear what she said?
Yeah, speak to the microphone.
Nambozo, please talk to us. Nambozo.
Okay, Nambozo. Nambozo is asking, let me see. No, I don't see a question.
I'm going to stop sharing the screen.
Okay.
Teacher.
Yes.